Yeah. Yeah, it's just entirely random, like what I'm doing. But I'm looking at LG Blu-ray, Ultra Blu-ray drives. They make a bunch of different classes of drives, and they basically have the same hardware. Basically, the only thing that like separates the features they have is firmware. So you can essentially rewrite firmware on these drives to make them more capable. You just have to do it correctly. Which is good for me to know because some of these drives have quite a price difference in them. Oh good, Ralph is slower. Why not? You're probably going to be mad at me, but I think our next engine upgrade is going to be a reliability upgrade. Thinking about taking it all the way to 91%, but we could always get one in between, I guess. Ralph's car keeps breaking. Fishikella has actually scored all of the points, which is just so weird. Because he's significantly slower, it's just so funny. Everyone else is dying and he's just finishing. Um, 62... This looks like a 3-stop. Yeah, it's a 3-stop no matter what. In fact, I might need to run some hard tires to actually 3-stop. What do you want to do, sir? Remember that these engines are kind of hanging on wet tissue paper. Oh, there goes Ralph. I do really need Ralph to finish a race. Yeah, basically you just been outliving like the other drivers, including Ralph. Mika is on my ass. Maybe we just get. Maybe we do the grade upgrade, and then just get the engine up to 80%, and just accept that it's a bad year for engine reliability. Getting to 80 gets us, I think, to a 1 in 5 chance of failure, which is a little bit kinder than 1 in 4. Fuel is worth half a second a lap, 10 laps. That's crazy. That is very crazy. We did also switch to performance tires that are worse on tire wear, which is bleh. Bleh. Basically. Did I cap the front wing at 80? I think I deliberately did that, yeah. Just to get more performance on it. I think the problem is we're going to be forced into the pits at lap 14. Yeah, we just like barely get there. On 14 laps. Ooh, sexy. I do not think this is going to reach. I don't think we get 19 off the hearts. Hackenen's ahead of us. The fuck? $19 gets us to 34. Well, you also double stacked on me. That didn't help things. We should be far enough apart on the second stop that it won't matter. At the pace Hackenen's at, he'll 5-stop. But yeah, you finished. What do you have? It was a 4th and 2 seconds that you got. Everyone else basically died and Fishy finished. I think he's a very solid long-term option. It's just going to take a while for him to like speed up. It's like Kimi Räikkönen, you need to like give him a few years. Ralph kind of starts fast, which is interesting. Fairly. Now, Mika's just like 10 seconds ahead now. What the fuck? It's wild. Yeah, I'm just seeing how much we can save. If anything, Benetton just looks depressing. Michael Schumacher is undoubtedly angry and wants to leave Benetton. I wonder if they chose one of the really bad Ford engines. Wait, not the one that starts at 700, but one of the ones that starts at 600. Because Benetton's like, we don't need an engine. And it just turns out that you kind of do. Oh. Brakes. Alright, you're not immune to reliability issues. First DNF. Ralph hasn't finished a race yet. 42:56. Yeah, that's a 4-stop race. This looks like 3 laps. (15, 16, 17, 32, 49). Yeah, I might need to run hards a second time. This will be 17. Another 17 gets us to about 49, and then we can finish on the mediums. The tire allocation is depressing. Let's see at 4. We only got 3 more laps. That is terrible. And we probably wouldn't have got that if we didn't run at green. Hakkanen's just flying. Oh, Deniz had to pit. Okay, so we're racing Hakkinen. What's Berger doing? Okay, he's got to be stopping soon too. How you feeling about Monaco? Well, our gap is pretty consistent with Hakkinen. Not feeling good? That's not positive mental attitude. That's negative. Oh, he stopped. Okay. What endurance career to do? Well, with the mod being in here, not really. I'd have to like mass replace the files, like re-download the entire game. Pretty sure, considering all the copying I would do, I'd have to do it that way. Oh man, the Willems is coming really fast. The Willems! Yeah, it's a little more involved than just merely turning off the mod at this point. That Williams is really fast. I don't like it. I'm not saying I can't do it, but I'm saying that we'll probably want to make sure we're completely done with this before we do. The one I had installed before this was literally like a click on and off, but this one is a little bit more involved. I could go around one more time, but I don't think it's a good idea. Actually, I think it'll work. The fewer laps I do on the mediums, the better. Really, I'm waiting for Motorsport Manager 2. Which is supposed to like be a lot easier to mod. I would be surprised if Deniz eventually does just pass us. Why them specifically? Because they're the predator of endurance racing? Because they're the worst. They're the worst one in the endurance series, aren't they? They're the worst. They have Claire Talley. Who starts as a pay driver, right? Russian Oil are the worst. Yeah, she's a paid driver that floats around 4 stars. I think she's one of the rare ones that has marketability too. Like on top of being a paid driver. We got like 33 left in the engine. Achieving 5-star marketability, I think, is like one of the hardest things to do in any of those modes. Particularly endurance, because you have to average over a certain amount, I think. Deniz, please go crash off a cliff. What I'm hoping is that he's actually used too many sets of tires, and they won't actually last. I'm nervous! What is the entire driver lineup for that team? I'm just curious. I think... Now, who are all the drivers of LaRue? The starting team. I generally use Laura, Jan's daughter, and probably Claire Talley as like a trio. You don't know? You just know that they have Claire Talley. Ralph's lugging this piece of shit duct tape across the finish line. Maybe. It can still fail, so I should probably not speak too soon. We actually are gaining time now that we have the engine in high. If I had a more reliable engine, I would do this. I assume there's a marketability boost for both winning and podium. Like they just get permanent boost to their overall marketability as soon as you achieve those things in this mod. Will take a little bit of luck for you to get a winner on Fishikella. Or a few years. Oh my god, this car is just screaming. Screaming bloody murder. Also, if the car fails on the last lap, they will just take it across the finish line. Yay! Okay. Okay, scrutineering. Everything is possible. Yeah, 5 out of 10. So we go up like 5. That's crazy. Does that get us to 4? And those are just like permanent driver boosts too, to the marketability. Delay. I do despise the way the pit crew is starting to look. But what the hell are you gonna do? We can get to... That's 86. Yeah, to get to the same, we would have... Gets us to 82. And this in turn... Ick. Yeah, we have to go that way to end up the same, I think. Yeah, that's gonna be 81. Shit. Although if we don't upgrade further, we can go to 92. But we would have to eat a tire wear debuff, which fucking sucks. Have I mentioned how much I hate these upgrades lately? We'll go bing bing and then like bing. Or random good, I guess. I think that is the way to go. Yeah, because if I ignore it, then we just get 72. This year's upgrades are shitty. Like, really shitty. Extraordinarily shitty. I'm just... ugh. Nobody used... oh my god. It's not a particularly strong track for us, specifically because we lack on the rear wing. Bring in the cashola. Alright, so 4th, 2nd, and 4th. Shouldn't be too terrible, not great, but